usually when it comes to rock and metal music, usually a lot of it is on the serious side, you know. A lot of it's about more serious topics. A lot of it has a darker, more serious, deeper meaning or message behind it. Yeah, a lot of it is meant to be taken seriously, usually. Now, sometimes that's not the case. Like, for example, with Psychostick. Now, Psychostick's whole thing, their whole shtick, if you will, is making you laugh. Dumb, stupid, silly, nonsense, comedy, comedic, comical, parody, satire. That's just funny, you know? That's their whole thing, you know? Dumb, stupid, silly, nonsensical nonsense, you know? That's just funny. Like, for example, they have an entire song that's all about wanting to eat tacos. And that's it. And it's perfect. And then they have another song that is basically a death metal parody of Seen in Your ABCs. And it's just as nonsensical as it sounds. Yeah. And then they have a sandwich that is just a sandwich. Clearly not a song. No, 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 no. It's a sandwich. It's just a sandwich. But yeah. And that's usually how a lot of their music is. It's just dumb, stupid, silly nonsense. And it's perfect. You know, sometimes that's all you ever need is, you know, some dumb, stupid, silly shit that you could just listen to and laugh at and have a good time, and you can just turn your fucking brain off and not have to think about it too much, and that's yeah, and that's perfect, and that's all Psychostick is, and it's what makes them great, honestly, and it's why I love them so much, you know. They're a great comedy rock, comedy metal band, you know. And honestly, yeah. Speaking of that, comedy rock, comedy metal, I feel like it's just a kind of a dying breed, you know. It's kind of a dying genre, honestly, because honestly, you don't really hear a lot about comedy rock bands or comedy metal bands that much, you know, and it feels like it's just really underrated and underappreciated, honestly. Like, I feel like it deserves a lot more respect, attention, appreciation, and love, you know, as, you know, types of music or genres of music, you know. It deserves a lot more than it gets. Because, like I said, you don't really hear anything. You don't really hear any comedy rock or comedy metal that much these days. Like, it barely ever gets popular or, you know, gets in the mainstream. And it's kind of a shame, honestly, because it's such a there's such good types of music and good genres of music, you know. And yeah. But yeah, anyways, Psychostick is a great band. And they're amazing. And I love them. And I'm really thankful to my good dear friend who introduced me to them back in junior high and high school. Like, yeah, I'm really thankful and grateful to him. Because, yeah, they're a great band. And me and him really had a good time listening to them a lot back in the day. And, yeah. Anyways, Psychostick. Great.